She was beautiful, mysterious, and magnetic. A face you couldn't forget. A name that still echoes through Hollywood lore. Tuesday Weld wasn't just an actress. She was an enigma, a prodigy turned starlet who chose freedom over fame, truth over applause, and solitude over the spotlight. While others chased the camera, Tuesday often turned her back to it. In this 30-minute deep dive, we'll uncover the riveting and often heartbreaking journey of Tuesday Weld. From child model to Oscar-nominated actress, to a woman who rejected the machine of fame, this is the story of a woman who dared to live life on her terms. Born Susan Kerr Weld on August 27, 1943, in New York City, her life began with promise but quickly turned to sorrow. Her father died when she was just 4. Financial strain gripped the family, and her mother, determined to survive, pushed young Susan into modeling. By the age of 9, she was supporting the family. Her childhood wasn't spent playing with dolls, it was spent in studios, posing for magazine covers and advertisements. This wasn't a choice. It was survival. It was sacrifice. It was the beginning of a pattern that would haunt her entire life. As her fame in modeling grew, Susan adopted a new name, Tuesday. A name that stood out, like she did. In the 1950s, she began appearing in films and TV shows. Her unique blend of sultriness and intelligence drew attention immediately. By her teens, Tuesday had worked with big names and starred in major projects like Rock, and The Five Pennies. But she wasn't your average teen star, she was complex, self-aware, and often combative with the industry. She famously turned down roles that would have launched her into superstardom, Bonnie and Clyde, Rosemary's Baby, even Lolita. Why? Because she didn't want to be trapped in the Hollywood machine. In the 1960s and 70s, Tuesday delivered stunning performances in films like Pretty Poison, Play It As It Lays, and Looking for Mr. Goodbar. Her role in Looking for Mr. Goodbar earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. But behind the acclaim, Tuesday was quietly fighting her own battles. She was vocal about her disdain for the industry. She once said, "I do not ever want to be a huge star. I would much rather do things my way." She struggled with depression, strained relationships, and the long-term trauma of being thrust into the adult world too soon. Yet she never played the victim. She refused to conform. That kind of courage, especially in an era when women were expected to be silent and sweet, was revolutionary. Tuesday Weld's personal life was often in the tabloids. She married and divorced multiple times, including a high-profile marriage to British actor Dudley Moore. But love, for her, was never about stability, it was a search for authenticity, for a partner who could see past the image. She had 1 daughter and 1 son, and later in life, she focused on motherhood, privacy, and personal growth. She stepped away from acting, not because she failed, but because she had already conquered it on her own terms. In her later years, she occasionally reappeared in films and interviews, but always with a quiet detachment from the fame she once knew. Today, Tuesday Weld is rarely in the spotlight. And maybe that's exactly how she wants it. While many of her peers faded due to the industry's cruel passing of time, Tuesday remained untouched, preserved in film, in memory, and in myth. She never played the Hollywood game. She never followed the rules. And yet, her performances remain some of the most haunting, vulnerable, and compelling in cinema history. Her defiance, her silence, her mystery, it all made her unforgettable. Tuesday Weld's story is one of resilience. Of talent that didn't scream, it whispered. Of beauty that didn't ask for attention, it commanded it. She reminds us that success isn't always about being everywhere. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to walk away. When to say no. When to choose yourself. In an industry that devours its stars, Tuesday Weld survived by stepping out of the light. If this story inspired you, if you felt something in Tuesday's journey that resonated with your own, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment below, what do you think Tuesday's greatest role was? And do you think true freedom in Hollywood is possible? Until next time, remember, sometimes the most powerful voice is the one that isn't trying to be heard.